Energy doesn't just disappear, it gets transferred, stolen, or drained, especially when you're surrounded by people who live off your light without ever refilling your spirit. This is what happens to many who are on a higher level of consciousness. You start noticing that after talking to certain people, your body feels heavy, your mind foggy, and your mood unpredictable. That's not coincidence, that's energy transfer. You're not imagining it when you walk away from someone feeling like your soul just ran a marathon, while they seem lighter and strangely content. Toxic people know how to pull from your emotional frequency without saying a word. They feed on reactions, attention, sympathy, and your silence. They confuse your kindness for weakness. But what they don't understand is that once you learn awareness, once you awaken to your energy field, you stop leaking power. You stop giving away the very life force that fuels your peace, creativity, and purpose. Protecting your energy isn't selfish, it's spiritual hygiene. It's the art of not allowing other people's storms to flood your calm. It's what separates the chosen ones from the constantly drained. When you start your spiritual awakening, you become sensitive to frequencies. You feel everything deeply, notice things others ignore, and sometimes that depth attracts the lost ones. They see your calm and mistake it for a place to dump their chaos. But you can't save people by allowing them to sink your ship. You help them by showing what balance looks like, without sacrificing yours. The first shift begins when you stop apologizing for protecting your peace. The moment you realize your energy is your currency, you become mindful of who's spending it. Energy vampires rarely announce themselves. They hide behind fake positivity, endless complaints, or subtle manipulation. They drain you by constantly making everything about them. They bring problems, not solutions. They create guilt when you set boundaries. But boundaries aren't walls. They're doors with locks, and you decide who gets the key. Every time you say yes when you want to say no, you hand over a piece of your power. Every time you keep quiet just to avoid conflict, you sign a silent contract of emotional exhaustion. The truth is, not everyone deserves access to your energy. Some people aren't meant to sit at your table. They're meant to learn from your example from afar. The chosen ones often feel torn because their empathy runs deep. You see potential in everyone, even in those who drain you. But potential isn't permission. You can recognize someone's pain without making it your job to heal it. You can care without carrying. That's where real power lives, in awareness, not overgiving. Once you realize this, you stop chasing harmony with people who thrive in chaos. You stop explaining your worth to those committed to misunderstanding it. You begin to understand that energy alignment isn't about being nice all the time. It's about being real all the time. There's a big difference between being kind and being available. You can still wish someone peace without allowing them to destroy yours. Think about it. When your phone battery is dying, you rush to plug it in. Yet when your emotional battery is empty, you tell yourself to be strong and keep going. You wouldn't run your phone on 1% all day. So why do you do it with your energy? The strongest souls are often the most drained, not because they're weak, but because they love deeply. But even light needs rest. Even the sun sets. Protecting your energy isn't rejection, it's redirection. It's saying, I choose peace over drama, clarity over confusion, and self-respect over validation. It's not cold, it's conscious. You start to see that silence isn't distance, it's self-preservation. Some people will accuse you of changing when you stop giving them unlimited access to your energy. That's fine. Growth always looks like distance to those who refuse to evolve. Your calm will make chaotic people uncomfortable. Your self-control will irritate those who rely on your reactions to feel powerful. They'll poke, provoke, and play the victim, but when you stop responding, they lose their favorite source of energy, your attention. Attention is energy. What you focus on grows, and what you withdraw from fades. Don't water weeds hoping they'll turn into flowers. Not everyone you lose is a loss. Some people disappear because your peace finally became too loud for their chaos. Your silence speaks volumes. It says, I'm not available for energetic poverty. You don't need to argue, prove, or defend anymore. You just preserve. That's how chosen ones operate. They move with awareness, not reaction. When someone tries to drain you, instead of fighting them, you shift internally. You stay grounded. You breathe. You observe instead of absorbing. You understand that people project what they refuse to heal. Once you see that, you stop taking their behavior personally. It's not your energy they want. It's your stability. They want your emotional control because they've lost theirs. But you can't pour your peace into someone who keeps punching holes in your cup. The key is emotional detachment with compassion. You can be understanding without being consumed. You can listen without absorbing. You can walk away without guilt. That's how you keep your frequency high. When your energy is clear, your intuition sharpens. You start sensing when someone's intentions don't match their words. You notice when conversations drain you more than they inspire you. You stop forcing connections that feel heavy. You learn that it's okay to take space. Distance doesn't always mean disconnection. It often means protection. There's a difference between being alone and being lonely. Alone recharges you, lonely drains you. Toxic people fear your solitude because they can't control what they can't reach. But solitude is where chosen ones refuel. It's where you clean your energy field and return to your natural vibration. And when you do, your presence becomes magnetic again. Not because you're trying to impress anyone, but because you're at peace with yourself. That's the secret. Peace is power. Most people chase power externally. Status, control, validation. But the real power is energetic. It's when nothing outside you can disturb what's inside you. When you stop reacting to negativity, you starve it. When you stop explaining your peace, you expand it. When you stop matching people's chaos, you rise above it. It's not about cutting everyone off. It's about learning who adds peace and who adds pressure. One expands you, the other exhausts you. When you become conscious of this, life starts feeling lighter. You laugh more. You think clearer. You attract people who don't drain but recharge you. They mirror your growth, not your guilt. And that's how you know you're evolving. You stop chasing the wrong energy because you've finally become the right energy. Every interaction becomes a choice. Drain or recharge, take or give, react or respond. Awareness gives you power because it turns the invisible visible. Once you recognize what drains you, you can finally reclaim what fuels you. Protecting your energy doesn't make you hard. It makes you wise. You learn that saying less often says more. You stop explaining your boundaries because they were never up for debate. You stop rescuing people from problems they created while ignoring solutions you offered. You stop shrinking your light to make others comfortable in their darkness. Your calm becomes your rebellion. Your peace becomes your statement. And suddenly, those who once drained you can no longer reach you. Not because they've changed, but because your frequency has. You've moved beyond their range. That's the hidden truth about higher consciousness. It doesn't make you better than others. It just makes you more aware of what you're allowing. You realize energy management is life management. You stop asking, why are they like this? And start asking, why am I still engaging? That's when real change begins. The energy you once wasted on people who drained you now flows into your goals, your healing, your passions. Your creativity returns. Your confidence rebuilds. You glow differently because your energy finally belongs to you again. It's not arrogance, it's alignment. You're no longer seeking validation because your peace validates itself. That's what chosen ones eventually understand. Not everyone deserves your presence, and that's okay. You weren't meant to heal everyone. You were meant to heal yourself so you can lead by example. The world needs more people who protect their peace, because peace is contagious too. And when your energy is clean, your influence is powerful without even trying. You walk into rooms and people feel it. They can't explain why, but they feel lighter, safer, calmer. That's what happens when you stop leaking energy. You start radiating it. And that's your transformation. From drained to disciplined, from reactive to reflective, from exhausted to elevated. So the next time you feel your energy dip after being around someone, don't ignore it. That's your intuition whispering, protect your peace. You don't owe everyone access. You owe yourself preservation. Energy protection isn't about distance. It's about direction. You're not walking away, you're walking toward your alignment. And if this connected with you, thank you for watching until the end. Like and subscribe because your energy deserves content that restores it, not drains it.